All right, y'all. I'm inside with this video because it is hot outside. I don't know where you are, but here it's pretty hot. I don't even know where to look. I'm looking here or here. Whatever. Y'all let me know in the comments if I'm messing this up, but whatever. All right. Let's talk about it. Let's ruffle some feathers today, all right? We are talking about debt. And I know we don't want to talk about debt. We want to ignore that debt is there because we're sick of paying people and it's one of those things you don't talk about, how we're wasting our money away. But you guys got to understand, the wealthy use debt all the time. It's just they're using it in a different way, right? I mean, Donald Trump be flipping his debt like pancakes and building empires in the process. And before you get all crazy in my comments about, oh, Trump, oh, he's anti-Trumpers, pro-Trumpers, y'all, I don't care. That's not what we're talking about today. All right, we're gonna save that for a different time, not on this channel, because we don't get into politics here. We're getting into how to make money and how to grow our legacy and our empire. It ain't got nothing to do with Trump, but we are gonna take some of the things that he does and we're gonna use it for ourselves, because love him or hate him, he's made $2.9 billion within the first couple of months of him being in office for the second time. I mean, we're not going to talk about how he got there, but he did it. He did it. So now it's time for us to use it in our advantage, right? So let's talk about it, shall we? Number one, broke people. Okay, first I want to say this. Broke people fear debt. Rich people flip it. How do you flip debt? Right? And what is it that we're fearing? Because we're broke, right? See, regular folks use debt to buy crap. Like cars, they cannot afford because then they got that insurance that they can't afford. And if anything were to happen to that car and break down, you can't afford it. So you can't afford the car. Then they use it for vacations that they sometimes even put on, what are those pay per month vacations that they're doing? Just to flex on their friends and say, I'm in Bali, and it's great. Live your life. I get it. But sometimes you have to sacrifice now so you can enjoy the rewards later and not have to do any of that, right? So we're going to put a pause on that. Cell phones that are $1,200. You don't need an upgrade every 6 months. I've been saying this in all my videos. You do not need that. My husband used to do that for me and I told him to stop. It works perfectly fine. In fact, I'm okay going back to the Nokia Blackberries back in the day. All right? I'm done paying all this money for things that I genuinely do not need. And you don't need it either. Meanwhile, wealthy people, they are buying assets. Real estate, yes, businesses, multiple income streams. It's not about avoiding debt. It's more or less about letting it work for you, right? You don't even have to start a business. You can invest in somebody else's business. You can do insurance, IULs, index funds. You can do anything and everything else, just as long as you generate income. I'm not telling you to quit your 9-to-5 and go out and start a treat business. No, not unless that's your thing. I'm telling you to use other ways to create income streams to flow into your house. You're going to use money to create debt that is going to work for you, like real estate. Got it? Lesson 2. Trump's favorite tool. OMP. OPM. My bad. Other people's money. We're going to use other people's money to fund our dreams, to make money. I remember I was doing some crypto, right? And I have a broke mentality, always had. That's one of the things I'm working on. So I knew this play was going to do amazing. So I put $100 in because, I don't want to lose too much money because it's my money. And if I lose it, then it's gone. But I knew it was going to do amazing. To the point where I told everybody, put your money in this. It's going to do so well and you're going to make so much money from it. My mentality, put 100 in. That $100 by the end of 2 months, gave me $27,000, right? But I knew it was going to do good. How good? Whatever. I put $100 in, I got that much money. I'm happy. However, if I was smart about it, if I was really smart about it, I would have went out and grabbed a loan, put that loan money in, let that flip, and could have came out a millionaire. We have to break these different mentalities that we have in order to progress in the way that we need to go and that we want to go and that we should be going. So what he does is, and he's a master at it, he uses other people's money to make money. Banks, investors, lenders. He stacks up the debt. He buys property. He used the rental income and appreciation to handle the bills. He treats it as an employee in itself. Debt becomes his employee. He risked it. And I say the word really weird, but it's a risk, and he does it. And we need to start making more financial risks, myself included. It's a lot of trauma and different things that we have to break down in order to get ourselves to do it. But we need to step out of that comfort zone. I keep saying, if you're in a comfort zone, you're doing it wrong. You have to continuously be uncomfortable. Do things that is a risk. I remember when I first started trading, I was like, ooh, I'm going to put this money into something just to see how it does. I'm not going to tell my husband. I'm scared. I'm just going to do it. I put a little money in. I think at this point I put like 150 because my magic number is 100. And by the end of the first week, that 150 made me $8,000. So, and I did the research and I knew, but I wasn't comfortable. I was comfortable. That's what it was. I was comfortable because I put in just a little bit of money and I felt comfortable doing that. However, the reward could have been so much better if I would have just jumped out of my comfort zone. So let's get uncomfortable. I got uncomfortable. I wrote a book. It's called Shut Up and Build Wealth because y'all need to shut the hell up and build some wealth. Stop asking for money and start creating healthy practices to start generating income. Get rid of all the bad habits. Create healthy ones. And this game is such a mind F. I don't know if I can say the word. That you literally have to have affirmations to keep you going. This is not something that's going to be easy. It's not something that you can do by yourself. You have to have somebody walking through this with you. You need to go on my site, iiasmith.com, right? And there's so many services that are free, but you definitely need to talk to somebody. I always say, if you want to lose weight, you get a trainer. If you want to build wealth, you get an advisor. And you definitely need an advisor to help you out. Even your advisors have advisors. Your mentors have mentors have mentors. You can't do this by yourself and think it's okay. You need that help. So get up there and see what you got. Let's go to lesson number 3. Smart debt is strategic. Sorry, not stupid. Smart debt is strategic, not stupid. Let's be clear. Maxing out your credit card on a shopping spree is stupid. That's called dumb debt. Taking out a loan to buy rental property that pays you monthly, that is smart debt. Don't confuse stupid with smart. It is very easy to understand. Number 1, stupid is debt that you have to pay every single month and getting nothing in return financially. Smart is something you pay every single month, but you get back more than what you pay. That is smart. We need to realign and start going towards smart debt, focusing on smarter debt. All right, number 4. I'm so tired. The system. Okay. Before I say this, I don't know if I'm telling a secret or if it's something that is like hush in the industry, right? But the system is rigged. like, I don't know if anybody knows this. I don't know if you know this, but the system is so freaking rigged. Like, so play the damn game. The wealthy did not make the rules, but they sure as hell know how to play with them. I mean, think about it. We play Monopoly. How many of you guys get really down and dirty with Monopoly? Flipping over boards, going crazy, doing the whole nine? Because I know my family do. We do. We go in it. Y'all, that is the same cutthroat, ruthless things that you have to have in life. Right? Those same triggers you have in Monopoly, you need to have them now. Right? Tax breaks for real estate? Check. Leverage for building businesses? Check. Using debt to avoid paying full price for wealth building moves? Check, check. You guys, using debt to avoid paying full price for wealth building moves. That's tea. Like, leverage for building businesses. Do you know how many tax breaks you can get from doing these things? Do you know how many grants and stuff that are available to you for doing these things? Do you know how this opened up doors? And when people say grants, y'all do understand there's multi-million-dollar grants out there. There's hundreds of $1,000 grants out there that they are trying to give you. Using index funds, IULs, insurance, annuities. Y'all, there's so many possibilities out there to make money. You have to speak to somebody. You have to align yourself with a plan, and you got to get into it. Like, you can't wait. You cannot wait. You need to start today. This is insane. You have to start using those tools now for yourself, for your family, for your legacy. Start building. I mean, forget what those celebrities are doing. Forget what your next door neighbors and your best friends are doing. Cut it out. Take a time out. Take a step back. Realign yourself. Do it for you. I think I'm supposed to be looking right here. I don't know. But hey. Do it for you. You guys like, share, subscribe. Let's go over to the next video. Let's learn some more. Like, come on. We got to get it together. Like, now.